Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we progressed through 3 levels in the forest world, and today we might be looking to clear out the main part of it. So, let's just get a jump on that, shall we? Level 5-7. There are 8 levels in this world, other than the K level on the boss, so that's a pretty big world. And again, I kind of have a feeling it worked for so many levels because it's just kind of a basic world concept. Also, don't forget to jump up into here, especially if you need a DK barrel, because there's one kind of hiding up there that you wouldn't notice if you just kind of blew on by the rest of the level expecting to find one on the main path. And now this is where this level's gimmick kind of comes into play. The vines you hang on in this level tend to be piloting themselves. That one just kind of went away, and now it's back. But these ones, if you hang on to them too long, they kind of, yeah. But yeah, bonus level. So one thing I've been kind of noticing, and it's not necessarily something I've been intending to do to the degree that I've been doing it, but a lot of times whenever I talk about stuff not directly related to the content of the video, my topic lately has been what kind of Let's Plays I make. To an extent. Like, I've talked a lot about what I choose to do with my videos, or try to do, not so much specifically actually succeed in doing, because that would imply that I'm actually good at this. But really? And I think there are some of these things where the flying paths of bananas will actually give you a bonus puzzle piece if you get all of them. I might be wrong. Probably ones without, like, the coin or the Kong letter at the end, but oh yeah, that's a little tricky thing here. Oh boy, man, that's a punishing place to not have a checkpoint before. Wow. Donkey Kong was even, like, reaching out for it like he knew he wasn't gonna get it. So that was kind of, wow. My gameplay right now is being horrendous, but no. A lot of the time in this LP, I've noticed that my topic for non-directly relevant banter has been kind of relevant to what I consider as far as the quality of my LPs and what kind of factors go into it, like talking about things a lot. Like earlier on, I had a bunch of my tangents that were relevant to the nature of having those kinds of tangents in a Let's Play, and whether that was a good thing or not, and I think it can be to an extent. That is so sad, bad dad, that I missed that O somehow. And you saw me, I went through the letter, and it somehow didn't give it to me. I call shenanigans, but no. My point was I had a point somewhere in there, but it was kind of on the subject of what kind of content I make and what I try to do with my videos. And so yeah, that's kind of what I've noticed is my tangents lately have just been kind of not so much not so much tangents as I've been kind of meditating on okay. You know what? I'm gonna do something that looks kind of dumb. I'm not gonna take that checkpoint. I am going to, because I still feel like that little bonus thing I've been skipping out on is still putting a puzzle piece. And even if I die after getting the puzzle piece, I will still still at the, I will still have it. I won't be missing it. Okay, get the extra life. But no, Kong letters I have to get every time when I want to go on, but the puzzle pieces, if I get it once, that counts. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and go for the puzzle piece, and if it makes me miss out on a Kong letter, which I think is bad level design if that's the case, I'm going to just kill myself and go back for it. But, yeah, see, that end, it kind of seems like I miss out on that. That isn't even a... That wasn't even a puzzle piece? Okay, now I feel extremely ripped off. That's even worse level design, making you think that there's going to be something rewarding, and it's not. And I'm pretty sure if I jumped across that checkpoint, it would count. So, wow, This level feels like it's not the best, in my opinion. It's got some good ideas, and I like the overall gimmick. What did I just do? I can already see this episode is going to be a splendid one. But no. I'm probably going to speed up and cut out large chunks of this episode. Like that one. But no, what I've been trying to say is that I feel like my tangents lately have been extremely meta and kind of me, in a way, trying to... Honestly, I don't know if I like that I'm realizing this, but I'm kind of admitting it because if it is a fault, I want it to be kind of open. But I feel like I'm just trying to kind of trying to fish for feedback, in a way. Like, I'm kind of hoping that people who watch the video will want to talk to me about how I've been doing if I bring up the idea of how I've been doing in the video itself, rather than just... kind of asking at the end, do you like how I've been doing? Also, this is kind of a tricky little thing there. You gotta pound into that to get to here. Yeah. Okay, so I think at least I am safely out of the zone of death for now, but oh boy. I think I remember this section of the level is when they start throwing bonuses at you for getting all of the bananas, I think, if they do that. And also make it harder to get the... Well, I got the Kong letter. I did get it once. Shut up, pig. A vast majority of my failure in this episode has been me trying to go back for things that I didn't need to go back for. Or missing a Kong letter and deciding I didn't want to be missing out on that, because it's kind of important in the long run. Wow. I tried to double back and get that, but nope. No. But no. I kind of feel like that might be a bit of a faux pas to try and, like, ask for specific feedback in a video itself. Like, talking about my opinions on the game sometimes as well. But that's... In a sense, I feel like I'm trying to use my tangents within a video to kind of start a conversation. And I don't know if that's frowned upon to some extent. I can't imagine it would be frowned upon totally, because wanting people to talk about things in your video is fine. But I feel like... Why do I keep... I'm not letting go of the grab button. It just sort of... Oh, you tapped the D-pad. You want to jump down from this vine that's suspended over a pit. I feel like the controls of this game work fine for me in the ways that people tend to have problems with the controls for this game. But in the senses that nobody ever tries to complain about the controls for this game has been where they have started to give me trouble for some reason. Like jumping off of vines, or things like staying in a ducking position when you need to dodge something. Oh. Okay, that's also a jerk move. Because when you bust out of that, you're not positioned to grab onto the vine. So, take my advice. Do not try to get that banana coin that I was trying to get, because it's not worth it. And the other problem with this level that I'm noticing is that it's an auto-scroller. A lot of the gimmick section of it is basically auto-scrolling. It's not really anything super clever, it just kind of looks cool. Which I said, okay. To some extent, I said that the exact opposite in a recent video, where it's like, if it's just for flavor, that's not a bad thing. But if it's just for flavor, it's not a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either, because the level itself still has to have a solid design. And okay, there's the final puzzle piece. And I have all the Kong letters and all the puzzle pieces, which means this is literally just survive to the end of the level time. And I bet I'll somehow be able to screw that up. I guess they don't have any specific bonuses for things. Yeah, that's weird. But no. But, yes, that is just... That's one level that I will honestly say I don't particularly care for. It's not the worst level I've ever played in a video game. That's something I will say about pretty much any level in this game that I dislike. It's not the worst, or even close to the worst. This level is rather infamous, but I'm going to do it. 5-8 Muncher Marathon. I'm going to suggest certain people who know who they are probably might want to view this section with discretion. Yeah. But no. It starts off kind of cool. You got kind of a gate there, and you've got the frogs, and you've got that smashing on the ground. You got a rather threatening looking image on that piston pillar thing. And these look like springy fruits to jump onto. Right? Wrong. They are spider eggs, and this level is being chased by spiders. Really? Yeah, it's an auto-scroller as well, but it's a straight platforming auto-scroller. When I was complaining about the last level being an auto-scroller, I meant it in the sense that it's not really where you have active control over what you're doing a lot of the time. But this one, you kind of have the advancing wall of doom of spiders behind you, and that's what's making it auto-scroll. And yeah, so it's a little bit frantic, and I am honestly kind of being very bad at commentating right now because of it. Oh man, I thought I was doing very well there for a second. I think all of the puzzle pieces are before the... I think all the puzzle pieces in this level are before any checkpoints. So, that's the other thing that makes this level hard, is there's not many checkpoints. In fact, I think there is a singular checkpoint, and it's right before the end of the level. But at the same time, if you know what you are doing, the level is not that bad. I say that with a grain of... That depends highly on how much you know what you're doing. And also sometimes those little gaps that you can just sort of jump over, no problem. Also have spiders, and also those egg things are probably going to hatch into more spiders that are going to chase you very quickly if you do not move on straight on from... Yeah, also... This is getting a little bit ridiculous. Also, you kind of have to double back because there's a puzzle piece that's hidden there, which is honestly really... Oh, man. If I had not bumped into that, I would have been able to run underneath it before the spiders caught me. That's... Yeah. This level, besides the arachnophobia elements, is considered one of the more infamously difficult levels of this game. But I've honestly had more trouble with other levels. I mean, it's kind of like Crowded Cavern in a sense, in that it's the more infamous one, but I've also had trouble with other levels too that aren't not necessarily as explicitly hard. Also, that was bad. I did not mean to go past the K. Rolling under there is probably faster, but I do not trust myself to screw that up. Also, yeah. Screwing up in this level is costly, but if you can keep these spiders off of your screen for at least a short while, you are probably not that terrible off. Also, keep in mind that if you already have a puzzle piece, you can skip it safely. Okay, so there's one puzzle piece I have yet to get, and I am at the checkpoint. There is still the one last Kong letter in this last section of the level. It's right here. You kind of have to blast here. Also, that is really nerve-wracking. Just seeing that funnel cloud of spiders, basically. Yeah, see what I mean? The ending, right? The part after the checkpoint is not hard at all. I understand why there's limited opportunity to put checkpoints in that level because of the auto-scrolling nature of things, but they still could have tried. And the main problem is they wanted to give the auto-scroll a break so that if you respawn, you didn't immediately have to be running again. But meanwhile, I'm going to bring in Squawks because I forget where the last puzzle piece is, and I feel like that's kind of a bad thing. So I'm going to be auto-scrolling and running from spiders a little bit more. So I'll meet you when Squawks starts yelling and not everybody else who is watching me yelling because the spiders. Also, I'm going to have to react really quickly to Squawks being here. Also, the Kong letters. I'm not going to worry about the Kong letters too much, honestly, because I already... Okay, that is bad news. Bears! I am quoting a certain other Let's Play of this game a lot in this video. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about the O. Just get out of here. Also not going to worry about the end. Oh. That is kind of a sneaky place, and also it makes you pretty much die unless you are really quick at getting it. Which, yeah. So now I'm going to see you back at the end of the level, so I'll see you in a moment. Yeah, I got none of the Kong letters in that time, so whoops. But I already have the level unlocked, and we're going to do that next time. So, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, we will die a lot. I'm just going to say that right now. See you then.